Welcome to module 35 of object oriented analysis and design. We have been discussing about variety of UML diagrams, and we have specifically looked into two kinds of we have looked into structured diagrams and behavior diagrams. And in the structured diagram, we have primarily looked at the class. In behavior, we have looked at use case and a whole bunch of interaction diagrams. And in the last 3 modules, we have looked at the activity diagram. So, this is what we have seen so far. So, in this context, we will try to understand the interaction overview diagram, which is kind of a, it is not a significantly independent diagram, it is kind of a mix of activity and certain part of the interaction diagrams. So, we will try to understand what does it. This is the module outline, which will be available on the left of your screen all through the presentation. Client server model, you must be master of this now. The interaction diagrams overview diagrams, as I said, is not separately listed here, because these are the different kinds of interaction diagrams that you have. This is a structural diagram that you have, and interaction overview diagram represents the overall flow of control. It gives you a view of the system at a relatively higher level than the individual diagrams that we are looking at. So, this need to be captured very carefully, starting from the early phases, starting from the analysis phase, and in that way it plays an important role. Certainly, like all other diagrams, it gets refined in the design phase. So, what are interaction overview diagram? Interaction overview diagrams provide overview of the flow of control. An important thing is the nodes are interactions or interactions users. So, they are not the elementary nodes of activities or objects that we had. If you look at where the diagram is placed, that is the reason I was pointing you to the classification of diagrams, is it is one diagram which combines the elements of activity diagram as well as the interaction diagrams. Of course, amongst the interaction diagrams, it significantly uses the elements from the sequence diagram. Therefore, you will find that the major components of the interaction diagram, as listed below, are borrowings from the activity diagram or the elements of different interaction diagram or the sequence diagram, to be more precise. So, just I would like to give you an overview of the interaction overview diagram. So, if you look into this diagram and try to, initially you may not really be very concerned about what is the system that it is trying to describe and so on. But if you just look at the diagram and try to look at the different icons and primitives being used, something should strike you. What should strike you? Is that in this diagram we are using the icons nodes of multiple different diagrams. For example, if you look into this part, what are these? These are basically lifelines, right? The heads of lifelines, these are the tails of lifelines and so on. These are executions, these are executions, these are messages, these are different messages and so on. So, clearly you have a sequence diagram. If you look into this part, these, if you look into these are different kinds of control nodes. We are certainly talking about an activity diagram. So, this is one diagram where you are trying to use both of these diagrams at an appropriate manner, so that you can have a total view of the system at a different level. So, let us get little deeper than this. So, this is where it starts, the initial node. The first you say is the interaction is validate and approve comment. So, let us assume that the situation is something like this, that there is some web page on which users are allowed to put comment, and once the user has put a comment, then you want to check whether that comment is a valid one, and you approve it to be displayed. So, that is a basic activity. So, this is what you would like to do. So, this is a reference showing that this is an interaction which is detailed somewhere else. So, if you use this diagram, again I would like to remind you that UML diagrams are not pictures. These are actually active items. So, when you use a proper UML tool like rational rows or visual paradigm, any of these, then these diagrams are basically active ones. So, you would be able to say double click on this ref, which says that you are referring to some UML diagram to validate and approve the comment process. So, that is kind of the first activity that you do here, which is known as the interaction use. And then, so you are not really in this particular instance, you are really not bothering about the details of how you do that validate and approve. You know that if you click on, you can go there and see what are the details of the interaction there, but you just want to use that interaction and the outcome of that interaction, which goes into an activity decision node. So, you are here now, it is an activity decision node as we had seen, and having two decision outcomes of validation is okay, there is no errors, or validation had errors. Now, if this is the outcome, let us say first we take the error case. If the validation is erroneous, then you come here, which is, as you can see, is a merge node. So, you are saying if validation was not okay, then you go on here, certainly the control will flow through this, and you refer to request for all comments, and you put a time window. We have not yet introduced what a time window is. It is a duration constant. So, within this you put the comments and then you close this activity. So, this is as you can say, this is one flow that you can see, and in this flow your advantage that you are trying to take, the reason it is called interaction overview diagram, you really do not want to get into much detail. So, if you get to this failure, this is one reference here, another reference here, two decision nodes, and you are quickly into the completion of the activity. Now, certainly if you really want to know what is validated, really want to know what is requesting for all comments, you can click and go to the details. On the other hand, if you had this outcome from the validate, that is there is no validation error, that if you had a success, then your control flows to, according to activity diagram, it should have flown to an activity node. But here we use a total, what is this, SD post comment, which means it is basically a sequence diagram interaction that we are showing. It flows into that sequence diagram interaction, and this whole thing as if, so this whole thing in one way is an activity where the control flows and the control can come out from here, but you do not show it simply like the activity rounded box, rather you show it with the detailing of the inside sequences that go on. That is, once you do not you have no validation error, then this is where you have reached, and these are the different lifelines. These are at a further details of Java objects. So, I am not getting into them. how do they interact and exchange messages and actually do all that, and finally tell you whether after the validation whether the comment could be posted. And this is a total posting process for the comment, which you are showing in lot more details in terms of the sequencing. If so, when this whole perceived activity for which you are actually showing the sequence diagram details, when that would complete and the control will come out, you have possibilities of having an error or being successful. So, you put a decision node again in the activity diagram, and if there are no errors, then you put to a merge node to merge with the error flow and come back here and complete this. So, this is another major flow that you can see from here. Starting from here, validation was okay, you went through the posting was okay, you come through. So, the second major activity flow that you can see. The only difference being that you have this particular activity expanded a lot. And also what can happen is, after the post comments have happened, you may have some errors, so that the comment could not be posted. So, you could have errors. Under that condition, again you want to handle the errors for which you refer. You refer to the handling error is again maybe a very detailed activity. So, you do not look at that interaction, show that interaction here, you just refer to it as a use of the interaction. So, you can come through this. So, that gives you the third major pathway through this flow, which is. So, you have basically, if you look at if you look at in the overall conditions, then you will find that a comment was received. So, based on whether it is valid and approved, you have one flow. If it is valid, then whether it can be posted or it cannot be posted, you have another 2 flows, and the total 3 flows you are showing here. And if you leave aside this part, then rest of it is actually activity diagram. So, what we are trying to say is, here this particular interaction headline is interaction submit comments lifeline. Then you have all these different lifeline objects. So, this interaction submit comment, this particular overview diagram, in this overview diagram you want to get an overview of what happens when you submit a comment, but you are specifically interested in the sequence details, interaction details of the actual posting operation. These of the remaining activities are kind of together preconditions and post condition that should happen, so that this can happen smoothly. So, the interaction overview diagram has to appropriately choose as to which part it. For example, in other way could be, you could have made this as a reference also, could have made this as a reference, that reference is post comment, instead of having this whole detailing. You could have just say that you go there and find out what happens in post comment, but you do not want to do that, because this is where you want to show that this is where the major system dynamics, the major happy flow of the activity exists, and you want to focus on that, and you want to focus on that in terms of the actual interactions, whereas the remaining interactions you want to abstract out, and you can see 3 places where you just refer them, but you do not actually get into them. So, that is a basic that balancing is a basic objective of the interaction overview diagram, and therefore, there are hardly any new concepts or nodes coming into this. Interaction diagrams naturally have frames like earlier before the interaction frame. So, they are typically written with interaction word, and then you put a name, and it could refer to, as I have already mentioned, it could refer to other frames that are already available. So, if you click on this, so online shopping, it says that in terms of an overview, what is online shopping is search the item, checkout, which is at the very top level. So, if you do search items, then it will expand to another interaction overview kind of diagrams or an activity diagram, which will show you how to search items. So, that is being able to abstract at multiple levels and provide overview is a major purpose of this diagram, and this is how it is framed. Then for representing this interaction, we borrow from the activity diagram. We borrow different elements, and these are the typical elements that we borrow. So, you can see a whole lot of control nodes, the initial, flow final, activity final, decision node, merge node, fork and join nodes are, which is taken from the activity diagram, and you can use them. We have already seen in the last example, we have seen the use of decision node, we have seen the use of merge, initial, flow final, these kind of we did not see flow final, we saw activity final, these kind of nodes we have already seen. So, these are borrowed and just used in the same semantics. For example, another could be that I want to enroll for a seminar. So, enrolling for a seminar. So, enroll for a seminar, this is the interaction overview, is select the seminar, determine the eligibility, determine the seat eligibility, enroll into the seminar, add to the waiting list. So, these are the different interactions that need to be done, and with those interactions what we show here as the interaction overview diagram is a total flow of the activities, given that these interactions are detailed somewhere. So, it is a how do you enroll for a seminar? You first select the seminar, then what do you do next is certainly determine whether you are eligible to attend. If you are eligible, if you are not eligible, decision node of activity diagram, if you are not eligible, you reach the final node of the activity. But if you are eligible, then you see whether seats are available for you to join. So, determine the seat availability. If seats are not available, then you check whether they would allow you to wait list, so that you will be notified when seat is available. So, there is another activity, and which will finally take you to the activity final node. Otherwise, if seats are available, then you have to actually do the enrollment, whatever that means, the paying the price and so on and so forth. So, this now naturally each one of this, if the select seminar would have a detailed activity diagram, interactions and all that. So, it will have the sequencing of operations, how do you select, whether you search, whether you browse, and what conditions you apply and so on. So, you do not want this top level view to be cluttered with all these details of selecting the seminar, determining the eligibility and so on. At the same time, if you just put all those diagrams together, then it is very difficult for us to conceive as to what the total flow is being talked of. So, this interaction overview diagram basically gives you an ability to combine the interaction diagrams and the activity diagrams in a multi-level hierarchical manner. So, that you have all this in this top level diagram, and if you just read the notes here. So, if you double click on any one of them, then that will expand and show you the interaction overview within that. That in turn may have other references, which again can be expanded in that way. Besides the activity diagram elements, it also takes elements from other interaction diagrams, primarily the sequence diagram. So, we have seen interaction, use and so on. So, all those elements will be used again in the same context. So, interactions are shown in this manner, the ST, and then you put the name of that and show that interaction explicitly, as we had shown in the example, or you could have instances of interaction use. So, in the earlier example, you would recall that for actually posting the comment, we had shown the interaction with all the details, the total line and sequence details, and for the others of validate and approve and so on, we just used references. So, that is when you say reference here, you basically mean that the interaction is being used. So, this interaction is available elsewhere and can be opened in the application. Besides that, in the interaction overview diagram, we can provide constraints, particularly duration constraints. So, this is a notation that you show. As we will see later, that these are again borrowed from the timing diagram. We have not yet done the timing diagram, so you have not seen this, but these are basically from the timing diagram. So, it says that this is a diagram showing that there are 3 states of water, H2O rather, ice, melting and water, and this is how the states change, and it remains in this state for this duration. So, whenever you have to show duration, you just show this kind of, and then you write what is the time duration that is. Here you can see that the duration is also again in turn shown as a range. So, which reads that, so this diagram will read that for the ice to melt into water, the melting time is anywhere between 1 minute to 6 minutes. So, such duration constraints can be regularly put. The other is you could put a time constraint. A time constraint is basically an explicit time or a explicit range of time that you associate with an event. So, you are saying that here I have a lifeline of a person, and the two states which are sleep and awake, and I associate with this event of transition from sleep to awake, I associate a time 5:40 a.m. to 6 a.m., which will mean that the person wakes up from sleep between 5:40 a.m. and 6 a.m. This is specifically talking about a, but this is also an interval constraint, because it gives you an interval, but you are talking about a specific time in this case. So, with this we could take a look into some examples again. So, this is another example. I think we have already discussed quite a lot of this. So, this is another example where you start here, naturally you end here, and this is you are showing an interaction here with the details of what the user does to the access. It is trying to get an access to a system. So, it enters the code, and then the access control system message is sent to the access control system. Access control system uses a self message to check the code and finally provide the response. So, if I look at this whole thing this is an interaction that I am using, and this is a sequence diagram interaction. And then I have again the decision node coming from the activity. So, if the code is not okay, you immediately reach the final activity final state node, but if it is okay, then I am doing a reference. So, this is we are doing an interaction use. So, here we have not shown how to release door for one access. There may be several logic involved in that, several activities involved in that, but this ref says that it is defined somewhere, and we are just using that interaction. So, that is a reference to this. So, this is typically how the interaction diagrams will be drawn. You could look at I would leave this primarily for you to go through and understand better from the slide. So, here we are saying the ST is system authentication. Lifelines involved are all these authentication service, data store, encryption service, and user credential. Authentication service you can see here in this, the data store is here, encryption service is here, and user credentials are here. So, that basically describes it at the top level. Now, if I look at the structure of the interaction overview diagram, you will see that there is one interaction here, there is another interaction here, and there is a third interaction here. This particular interaction overview diagram does not use and does not have a ref, that is interaction use. So, it looks at these three interactions and then builds in terms of the activity diagram with these nodes. So, you have a start here, you would first do this interaction, then you have a decision made to do either this interaction or this interaction, and finally, you merge at this node. So, there is a little bit of shortcut, the merge node is not explicitly shown, it is just shown that both of them will actually end. So, in this interaction again you have the sequence diagram showing the authentication service sends a retrieve password message, and from the data store the password is retrieved, and then you check whether so you retrieve the password and then you put that retrieve password to the encryption service. I am sorry, you retrieve the password from the data store using the encryption service. So, you get an encrypted password, and this encrypted password and the stored password will have to match. If they match, then you do this interaction. If they do not match, then you do this interaction. So, if they match, then you get the other user details, the validations, and you have a success. If they do not match, you have a failure, and each one of them finally ends up with the activity final node. So, this shows another way of just another way of showing that interaction overview diagram. So, the advantage of these diagrams are this is if you just do sequence diagram, these are 3 different sequence diagrams. If you just do activities like the rounded boxes and draw that this is where your initial comment, this is where you have a decision which goes here and goes here, and then you have this is the final, and you have this. If you just draw this activity, then you have a very abstract view, we just do not know what is happening. So, on one in the activity we have a very top level abstracted view maybe of this kind of a system. In terms of sequence diagrams, you have 3 disjointed sequence diagram which you do not know how they interplay, and that is a place that the interaction overview diagram take, which show you a mix of these details and the activities, with the choice that you have a choice as to whether you want to show an interaction in depth in the diagram itself, or you just want to use that interaction and show the details somewhere else, giving you a much better scope to comprehend and represent the diagrams. So, to summarize, we have discussed about interaction overview diagrams. We have introduced that, we have seen that it is basically a combination of appropriate combination of activity diagram and interaction diagrams, primarily the sequence diagram, and we have shown a couple of examples discussing how interaction overview diagram can be used effectively for building good UML models.